Always tracking, always alerting. This is Next Weather.
I'm Next Weather meteorologist Shane Hinton, wishing you a happy Friday evening, everyone. You've made it to the weekend, and you're going to have to compete with a few scattered rain chances both Saturday and Sunday, but definitely not going to be a washout of a weekend for you. Unfortunately, that triple-digit heat, or at least what feels like the triple digits, is continuing as well. And on top of that, we are going to continue to track Hurricane Erin that still sits very far out in the Atlantic. For your Friday evening, you'll notice temperatures on the thermometer drop from the upper 80s to the lower to mid 80s. However, it's going to feel a lot warmer than that. Plan for your outfits to be dressing like it'll be in the 90s. The good news is no rain concerns for you for your Friday night. Tomorrow morning, we'll wake up to another steamy start, upper 70s to lower 80s across all of South Florida, Broward, Miami-Dade, and the Keys. It's going to feel like it's in the upper 80s to lower 90s. Now, we will be seeing lower 90s on the thermometer over the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday expected to hit that threshold, just trending a little bit warmer than average. But as I mentioned, you're going to have to dodge a few isolated to lightly scattered showers and storms. Now, in the morning time, I do think that those showers and storms are going to be favoring our eastern areas for Miami-Dade, Broward, and the Keys. You can take a look at the Next Weather rain tracker, staying quiet as we head through the overnight hours, aside from maybe a few stray showers down in the middle and lower Keys. As we make our way into the early morning hours, you do notice a few coastal showers that will continue from the late morning through the midday hours. Now, for the back half of the afternoon, that activity pushes further inland, which means you should be good to go for any outdoor activities for Saturday evening. We see that trend copy, paste, and repeat for Sunday. Hourly forecast shows that we make it into the lower 90s on the thermometer. Our best rain chances will be through the middle morning into the early afternoon with that inland activity for the back half of the day. Feels like temperatures are going to be on the toasty side, but staying just below heat advisory criteria. I could see us anywhere from the upper 90s for some isolated spots to maybe even some spots up to around 104. Out on the water tomorrow, no alerts for the Florida Keys or the Atlantic waters. We'll be monitoring a light chop for both locations with winds up to 10 knots. Now, speaking of the Atlantic waters, we also want to make sure that you are staying in the loop in regard to the tropics. Today, earlier this morning, we had Erin upgrade from a tropical storm to a hurricane. In fact, not just any hurricane, it is our first hurricane in the Atlantic for this season. You can see that it is still far out in the Atlantic, and we're not expecting any impacts directly here, not only in South Florida, but in the eastern coast of the United States. It is currently approaching the northern portions of the Leeward Islands. It's expected to pass just north of it as it continues its west and northwesterly track. As we take a look at the latest forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center, you can see the biggest update as of the 5 p.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center is that it's expected to rapidly intensify over the weekend. In fact, it could be a Category 3 by Sunday early in the day and then intensify further to a Category 4 by the back half of Sunday. So it could also be our first major hurricane in the Atlantic this year. Now, it is still expected to make that northerly turn by the beginning of next week, which is why we are not expecting those direct impacts in South Florida nor the eastern coastline. But we could see some indirect impacts in the form of rougher marine conditions and elevated rip current risk. That would be arriving for the beginning to middle of next week. We'll stay on top of that and provide updates on air and online, though, for you. 7-day forecast back here in South Florida shows some scattered rain chances across the weekend with some slightly higher rain chances as we head into next week. These are not going to be due to Hurricane Erin, just a batch of scattered showers and storms with a couple of disturbances on top of that typical summer-like pattern. Our afternoon highs will not be changing. They'll be hovering mostly between 92 to 93 degrees each afternoon.